like a slug man.
Look how long your neck is.
So it's, what is it, 4:40?
4:40 in the morning.
And we've been on the bus since midnight. And then on the ferry before that for 3 hours. And we still have maybe another 4 hours to go. Or 3 hours to go. Help me, Jesus. We made it to our hostel. It's tiny and dingy, but you know, at least we're not homeless. On the way here, I felt, that's a very happy sister right there. She's so happy. Poor thing.
I'm tired.
Yeah, me too.
I have pins and needles.
When we were getting back on the bus, on the ferry, the bus driver or someone decided to spill some oil. And I just went, slipped in the oil.
That's a good noise.
Yep. And I soiled my trousers.
Soiled.
Well, that sounds like I shot myself. And as you can see, this is just a massive oil stain, and that's not, go away, and that's not coming out.
I feel like an actual nail on the inside.
I feel like an actual nail also. So we found the hostel finally, and we left our stuff. We are gonna try find the underground and get tickets to see an evening show before we go to the masterclass / workshop with the director of Heathers. And that's what I'm really excited about. I don't know what to expect from it. I just hope we can ask questions. So I'm gonna try pop a question about, you know, starting as a director or something. So that will be fun. Let's hope it's a good day and all goes well. So we're gonna go see Chicago tonight after the workshop or masterclass or whatever exactly it is. What is it actually entitled?
I think it's a workshop.
Like both? Workshop, masterclass, master shop?
Actually, I'm not pretty sure. I just kind of booked tickets as soon as I heard it. So.
Okay, great. So we don't know what we're going to, but afterwards we're gonna go see Chicago. So we're kind of a little bit lost because Google Maps decided not to work. So Buckingham Palace is like right in front of us. So we might hop into a taxi because it'll be really cheap from here to get to the theater. Or what do we do? What are we doing?
I think we're just gonna wing it. I think we might go take a quick little visit to the Queen. Just stop by.
We'll say,
you know,
yo, Liz.
Been waiting.
How you doing, Liz?
She's been actually waiting for me, so
yes.
I think that I should drop by. Just be like, sorry, like, I'm just so busy, you know. I have to go to this masterclass. Like, they need me there, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I might just drop by.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
So yeah.
How lovely.
But we don't know where we're going.
Together, you is forgiving me.
You're in the deep blue sea. We're about to see Chicago, and hey, and we're sitting quite far up, and we just finished the masterclass at Heathers, and we went straight here, and I just hope this is a decent production and we can actually see things. Hi guys, so it's 8 in the morning. We're suffering. We just had a very uncomfortable night in a horrible hostel, and my butt feels like it's bruised. It was horrible and it was too hot. And so it's 8 in the morning and we're gonna go have some shitty breakfast because all they give you is burnt toast. Hi, so it's Thursday morning. We, we checked out of our hostel at 10 and we're in Primark. So we decided to use our last day for shopping because we're terrible and we want to spend all our money. Yeah, we're very tired. Sleeping was horrible. The show was, we have things to say about Chicago, don't we?
Yeah, we do indeed.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna shop away, get some things, waste all our money, get some shit we don't need. Yeah.
Wow, it was so good. Oh my god.
Hi guys, so it's like 5 a.m. and we're on the ferry and we haven't slept. I haven't slept, so I feel a bit funny. I'm very tired and the bus journey was incredibly uncomfortable. I never want to do that again, like 6, 7, 8, I don't remember, hours on the bus. So yeah, we're just traveling along. I'm wearing Ksutra's hoodie and yeah, we'll be in Dublin in about an hour or so and our mum's gonna pick us up and then I'm gonna go straight to sleep for a little bit. So I never talked about the masterclass with Andy. It lasted about maybe 2 hours. We weren't really sure, so it was really good. It was mostly like advice and tips for performers and people who are hoping to audition for shows. You know, from the point of view of a director and a writer, like what would they be looking for when they would be auditioning for a musical. So for the likes of my sister who actually wants to audition for things, it was very good. He gave a lot of advice and tips and basically it was 4 people applied for this and they sang and only 4 girls were chosen to sing. So they stood up on the stage where Heather's takes place in front of the music director, the writer, and one of the cast members, Jodie, who plays Heather Chandler, who's super lovely in person. And they each performed a song from Heather's and then received like criticism and feedback and tips. And they performed it a second time trying to apply whatever advice or criticisms they were given. There's just lots of people sleeping around me or watching me right now. Yeah, it was excellent to watch it. Like, these kind of things are a little frustrating because I just want to listen to directorial advice from directors, like tips on, you know, how, like, there are stories on how they got started and tips and advice on how to break into directing and things that helped them along the way to get to where they are now. But nobody really wants to hear that. Everyone else, most people want to become a performer. So it's a little frustrating. I had to kind of listen and see if I agree or disagree and kind of keep telling myself, okay, yeah, well, like, these are the things that I'd be looking for when I'm auditioning. And I got to speak to Andy afterwards. It was very brief, but he was very lovely, and we told him that we actually do love She's the Man, which he directed, you know, starring Amanda Bynes, which I'm sorry is a very good movie, and it always will be, and I'll always love that. So he directed that, and then he directed Heather's on Off-Broadway, not on Off-Broadway, and then he brought it to the UK, where it is now. So, like, he's a successful director, and like he's really professional, really lovely, really humble, really down-to-earth kind of guy. So yeah, I asked him what would be the most crucial thing for me, and he was like, you know, the typical kind of thing, like just do things. Like, you have your sister who's a performer, you know, get her to do things, and you direct her. And he said to watch my favorite scenes from my favorite movies and then try write down or pinpoint what the director did or try to show, or what kind of shots they used and why they would do that, and then see if you would do that. Things like that, which I never thought about doing something like that. So maybe I will. I don't know. Because directing is like a really tricky thing. Like I know at the end of the day, like with anything, if you want to do something, just start it. Just start doing it. But I'm like still, I'm so insecure in myself as a director, and it scares me. I'm still like absolutely horrified at the idea of going into a first rehearsal again. Yeah, I'm gonna be insecure in myself as a director for quite a while, and because it's like a very strange thing with like, if you're a performer, you know, you get your training, you learn the basics, you have a repertoire, you keep working on your skills and your craft, and then just audition and keep bettering yourself. But it's not the same with a director. You just, you know, there's no teaching unless you're in a good country where you're privileged enough to be able to study directing properly, or I don't know, you have some kind of way to get into this thing early. And I guess I'm kind of like, I know I'm like only 22, but you know, I feel like I missed like a window or something because I didn't like the drama society in my university and didn't want to be involved with them. So I feel like that could have been a opportunity that I just like let fly away or let slip away. So I'm kind of angry at myself for that. Thank you for that tongue pop.
You're very welcome.
But yeah, the workshop, going back to the workshop yesterday, was very good, even though it was mostly for performers. And then we went to see Chicago, which we have questionable feelings about, I guess. Very happy face right there.
I look like a boy.
You don't look like a boy.
I look like Nick.
Look at your Heather Chandler. What do you call them?
Myself.
Scrunchy.
I hate myself.
Stop with this.
I was playing in the kids section just there.
Well, I thought, because I saw you coming out of there, and then I saw you walk into the cinema, and I was like...
Slide. It's really fun. They're playing Jumanji.
Old Jumanji?
I know, the new one.
Pooh. Refuse to watch it. But, yeah, then we went to see Chicago, which is like one of my favorite musicals. I absolutely love the music and the dancing, and it's like, it's my stuff. It's my jam. But yeah, I don't know. I feel weird about it. I don't hate it as much as you did, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like the kind of minimalistic approach to setting and costume and having the orchestra on stage, which I'm like not against, and they were amazing, but they take up like, you know, like 80% of the stage, and I know that it's like a stylistic choice, you know, to have that kind of scene, you know, to show a part of the workings that aren't usually shown. I appreciate that. I appreciate, you know, giving the musicians center stage position basically, and then this like musician platform has to be used like in the musical by the performers, you know, they come out of it, they slide down it, but I don't know, I guess I just like more dramatic, more theatrical, more razzle-dazzle, I guess. I like the razzle-dazzle and like the glamour, and I like the big costumes and things like that. So yeah, I'm not a fan of minimalism. I hate minimalism. I'm a maximalist. But I think the musical was still good. The new guy playing Billy is absolutely atrocious. So please, like, don't go see it. If you love Chicago or want to go see it right now in West End, don't. Do yourself a favor and just wait for the next Billy Flynn. He was just so awkward and uncomfortable and so tiring to watch because he was not good. And like you could tell he either performed in theater like so long ago that he's so like detached from what it's supposed to be like, and he thinks he's like the shit, so he thinks he's amazing, but it made it so awkward and he couldn't sing. And I'm so sad because the character of like Billy Flynn has to be like a really strong kind of performer, and like he tried, but it was It was just terrible. So my sister was bitterly disappointed. She saw the Broadway performance of Chicago last summer and hated it. And then I convinced her to come see this one because I saw Chicago a few years ago. Well, like quite a few years ago. I was like 14 or 15 when I saw it. So maybe I'm like creating this like grandiose idea of it in my head, and remembering it better than it actually was. But I remember being super impressed. I remember there being really amazing moments in it. And I do love the musical a lot. So I convinced her to come see it with me, and she hated it. And like, I don't know. It was a bit disappointing, I guess. But like, I love the music too much and the character of like Roxy to hate it and be completely disappointed in the musical. That was our day yesterday. We had a very successful masterclass. It was great. We even talked to the director and the writer, and then we met the lovely Amy Lovett, who was the sweetest person and so lovely to talk to. So thank you, Amy. We adore you. So yeah, I'm glad that's over. We'll be in Dublin in about an hour. Successful trip, but incredibly tiring, and I never want to do this bus ferry trip again in my life or for a very long time. Never. Awful. It's not worth it. But like, when you can't afford expensive flights, this is the only option. But it's barely bearable. It's awful. So yeah, I'm absolutely shattered. But I can't sleep. So I'm just gonna wait till we land and then go home to my bed and sleep. So yeah, another successful London trip though. Every time I go, I like that I'm not horrified by the transport there, and we've sorted out the underground, and it doesn't make me panic as much as it used to, which is good because I used to have a massive phobia of transport and of London. So yay, baby steps. So yeah, thank you for watching this video diary / vlog thing, and I'll see you next time whenever adventures occur, or maybe I'll get a chance to document some of the next directing project. So thank you for watching, thank you for being here, thanks for following the adventures. Bye.